How are you, John?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Okay, good, thank you. We're here with Jon Simons, who is the product manager for, I understand, the whole lineup for Bentley products here in the US?
In the US, that's right, yeah, in the Americas region, so North America and some of the South American countries as well.
So
yeah.
you just got a little bit busier, right?
Yeah, a lot busy.
Yeah,
but it's good.
With the debut of this fabulous SUV, the new Bentayga. And so this car, when they show it as a concept car in 2012, it created a little bit of controversy. Some people thought there were like too many sharp corners and too many things that were like maybe too bold. But now the final product obviously was tuned up to be, I mean, that's your job pretty much, right?
Yeah, and actually at the time before I moved into my current role, I managed the research project for the concept car. So
oh, really?
We launched
so you did the whole process?
Yeah, and the research in all different countries around the world. So I mean, the idea behind the car was to really understand whether there was a potential and a kind of a likability for Bentley doing an SUV. And in terms of feedback, we received overwhelmingly positive feedback around the idea behind Bentley producing an SUV. Everybody in all major markets around the world were giving us a clear thumbs up behind doing the car. So from that perspective, it was extremely useful. On the design side, the design was kind of polarizing in terms of opinion. So some countries, they really like the more upright boldness.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I like that a lot, but
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and other markets, US was one of them actually. Customers tended to prefer a more dynamic kind of look, kind of sporty, dynamic, but still bold and powerful enough to give it a presence on the road, but not quite as upright as the concept car. So the design has changed a lot since the EXP9F. So.
Yeah, but obviously it has all the DNA, Bentley DNA.
Yeah, definitely.
Wherever you look around, like the headlights, the grille, the tape pipes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, on the exterior, there are a lot of things that come from Bentley DNA. There are some new things as well, which they put onto the Bentayga. Some really nice new features, especially around the rear lamp design and the integration of the LED B design, which is a new feature on Bentayga. So they've kind of taken DNA from the other models in the range and added some new things, contemporized it. On the outside, I mean, the interior is it just screams Bentley.
I know, it's just amazing. We're gonna, I understand the sunroof is a standard feature, right?
That's right, the full panoramic sunroof is standard. Yeah, that's standard on every car, and that really creates a fully light interior. As you can see, it's blinds go back. It's
still opening.
Still opening, still going.
I pushed this button like a long time ago, and the thing was still open because it's like so large.
Yeah.
Because the wheelbase of this vehicle is extremely large. I mean, you can really have a lot of comfort in back seats.
Yeah, I mean the proportions of the car, which are really vital in terms of giving the car the look that it has, but they're also very unique. So. The wheelbase in particular is very long. It's 5.14 meters, so it's a long wheelbase. The car is 1.7 meters tall, so it's a long wheelbase stretch car, but it's not overly tall. Mm-hmm. So it has a very planted look on the road. But you're right, in terms of the wheelbase, there's definitely plenty of space in the back, and that's the benefit from the longer wheelbase as well.
So this particular car is going the configuration of 4 seats, but you can have 5 seats too, right?
Yeah, that's right. So there's 2 configuration options basically. This one with a 4-seat is kind of more of a comfort executive feel. The 2 rear seats in the back are basically the same seats that we're on here in the front, and just put them in the back. So in terms of adjustment and controls and everything, they're pretty much the same seats in the back. And you've got the center console that's there as well, which is a nice armrest and different features, some stowage areas and everything else. You can go for the 5-seat, so that's more of a, it's not a complete bench style seat. You can still move the seats separately, but it's more of a bench style direction. So you lose the console in the middle, but then obviously you have the practicality of putting 5 people into the car.
And being on such a long wheelbase, I mean, I guess there's space for even like 7-seat configuration.
Yeah, I mean, potentially there is a space, definitely. It's not something that we have at the moment, but it's as I say, it's not something that we'll rule out in the future as well.
So another thing that I noticed is that you have obviously a lot of technology, communication, entertainment technology inside of the car, including like pretty advanced GPS systems, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all the technology is kind of controllable around here on the MMI screen. For the navigation specifically, we have a kind of an inbuilt navigation system, but we also offer Google Map functionality as well. So the car has Wi-Fi and is connected, and you can use Google Maps, Google Earth, all the satellite imagery to pull the data down using the Wi-Fi, and you can get all the Google navigation on there as well.
Yeah, and for the people in the back, you have 2 tablets that you can not only enjoy in the car, but you can take with you.
Yeah, so it's in the back we have 2 10-inch tablets, as you said. You can take them away. They're Android-based systems. You can download different apps on there. You can do emails, work documents, or you can go more down the entertainment side, watch films, listen to music. And then so you can take the apps, you can take the tablets away from the car. They can connect with your home or office Wi-Fi, and you can continue to work on them whilst being away from the car, or continue to watch your film or something. If you arrive home and you're frustrated because you've not quite finished the film you started watching, then it's not a problem. You can take your tablet inside and finish the film, and you can even charge your tablets away from the car as well. So you can take your tablets around anywhere and bring them back to the car, and again, it's just another piece that can integrate into your lifestyle. I mean, with SUVs, what we did find with the research and speaking to customers all around the world is that it's a car that really connects to their lifestyle. The diversity of usage of SUVs is massive. So you have some customers that drive the cars in big cities, that's all they do. They commute to work, meetings, dinners, everything else in the city. You have other customers that like to go more off-roading in the country and some narrow country roads, or in the UK like hunting on fields and everything else. So you have this really wide kind of range of usage, and that's why in terms of configurability and options, the Bentayga is really stretched. I mean, depending on what you're going to use the car for, you can take it in so many different directions, really.
And even some people can bring it to a place like this, Lime Rock track,
and
where we just experienced it with brand ambassador Derek Bell and some of the professional drivers at the Bentley team.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how well it performs on the track, because I mean, it's a big vehicle, as you were saying, and heavy, but again, it has like something up there that can move it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got the W12 engine, so there's more than enough power. 600 brake horsepower. So it'll go 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds. So, and a top speed of 187 miles an hour. I mean, those are performance figures. That quite honestly is kind of our top of the range 2-door sports cars. I mean, it is figures that you wouldn't associate an SUV with. So you've got the sheer amount of power, and as with Bentleys and with all the models in the range, you've got that extremely high level of torque as well. So there's 900 Newton meters of torque in the engine, which really helps in terms of delivering that power to the road, but also in off-road environments as well. So
you have all those different modes to achieve the best possible driving experience in that, right? Like comfort, sport, snow, which we're not going to experience today.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I think what it is really is you have so much technology within the car, and in some of the driver systems, but it's how we've managed to integrate that technology and make it very intuitive, user-friendly. It's not overwhelming when you're driving the car. You can really use all the features that are available to offer, and this is one example. So depending on the environment you're driving in, you turn the dial, snow and ice for example, and when you select that, then many things around the car change. The character of the engine changes, the dampening system, suspension, the active roll control, even the display on the MMI screen. So a lot changes just by turning a simple dial, really.
The transmission is what, an 8-speed?
8-speed transmission. So hopefully, as you felt on the track, or as you're feeling now, it's very seamless.
Oh yeah, completely. I mean, and then you can control with the shifters too, if you would like to do that. And I understand you also have the technology to deactivate some of the cylinders, so you can be more efficient with the fuel. Yeah,
so I mean, it's a W12 engine. It's a big engine that can deliver a lot of power, but at the same time, of course, we're conscious. We want to continue to improve fuel economy and CO2 and protect the environment. So whilst it is a W12, it has cylinder deactivation technology. which works very much in the way that the technology works on our other cars throughout the range. So basically it will turn into a V6.
So right now, for example, we're not going that fast. We're going 60 miles an hour. So maybe this situation is completely seamless. You wouldn't even notice.
You would never. That's the beauty of it. You would never feel when the cylinders are closing off, and then again, if you put your foot down, you will never feel when they kick back in again. You'd have the power. You have the power there. So it's that kind of, you don't feel it happening, which is obviously very important, but at the same time you have a big saving on fuel economy and CO2.
Okay, so being Bentley, I understand this car comes with SUV. I'm sorry, comes with the standard 17 exterior colors.
Yeah.
But I mean, as you were saying, like, there are customers with wide variety of tastes.
Yeah. So
they can pretty pick whatever color they want.
Yeah, I mean, so you have the standard range, and then you have our extended paint range of around 130 paint colors, different finishes from solid, metallic, pearlescence. If you still can't choose,
it would be hard not to find a color you like.
Pretty
right?
difficult. I mean, we have some customers, and it's right. I mean, we will produce anything that really meets that customer's taste. So if you can't find a color in the 130 that you're really happy about, we can then go into the realms of personal commission painting, and we've had customers that arrive at the factory with a kitchen blender, for example. They really like the color of it, or nail varnishes, or you name it. The stories around it, and they find something, they really like the color of it, and we can match the paint color.
So there's no limit. If anybody, is there something that you wouldn't do, like say, maybe it doesn't go with the design?
I mean, we would never, as a brand, we would never stop somebody based on taste. I mean,
it's your car at the end, right?
A Bentley is very personal. Yeah, it's their car, and we will try our utmost to kind of deliver on to match their personality and something that they really find special. It's that kind of bespoke experience that's still very special about Bentley. Really.
So the car's already in production in Crewe in England, and when they're coming to the US, and what's going to be the price range and one of the options? I mean, there's infinite options, I guess, but what will be the most popular, I would think?
Yeah, so they're being produced at the moment, you're right, entering global markets at slightly different times due to certification and everything else. Every market's different, of course, so we'll get the first the first cars here in the US in middle of the summertime. You'll start to see the first cars on the road. The base price level for the car is $229,000. That does come with a specification of standards, so a number of things are in there. It's not a total base car. For example, the Mulliner driving specification is built into that price, but we still expect customers to, they start speccing the car up, adding more options. There's a lot of driver assistance systems, technology options,
tires, I guess.
Yeah, different wheel sizes, wheel finishes. As standard, you get the 21-inch wheel, but you can go bigger, up to 22, which, if you're not going to be doing too much off-roading,
like Miami, it's surprisingly how Miami, you see these kind of cars, and like nobody goes up. There's nowhere to go in Miami, but you still see them.
Yeah, exactly. But exactly. So if you're not going to do much off-roading, then 22-inch wheels. Visually, they look stunning on the car, and they really accentuate the car's design. So if a customer's not going to be going off-roading, then that's a perfect wheel for them. The 21-inch is a good all-round wheel, really.
And are you going to be offering some of the sets, like in some of your cars you have the refrigerator, the champagne cooler and all that? That's available here? Yeah,
so there's, in addition to kind of like the normal options that you'd associate, there's a whole suite of lifestyle options as well. The picnic camper is one of them, developed by Mulliner. We have the event seat, which is a nice kind of leather fold-down seat that comes out of the trunk space, so you can sit on the back of it if you're going into the country or at an event. So there's loads of different lifestyle-based features. And I mean, again, you can take your car or specify your car in so many different directions. It's really
the picnic set with the bench seating. I mean, that's like, I just imagining like you have your bottle of champagne, you have your pizza, you have your food, and then you go to the beach and maybe have a dinner by the beach or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Or the countryside here, which is beautiful.
Exactly, and you can really kind of enjoy the car when you go out with your family, and you can go to some of these amazing places. I mean, around here it's pretty amazing country. I mean, these kind of places, it's just great to take the car either to an event or with your family and really utilize everything about the car and integrate the car into your enjoyment of the place, and that's what it's all about, really.
Well, great. Thank you for the time, for spending time with us here on the road with the Bentayga. Now we're gonna turn right here into the entrance of Limebrook racetrack, and we're gonna enjoy the other aspect of this car, which is really when you drive on the racetrack, it's really turns itself into a sports car.
Yeah, definitely. So a very different feel to what we're doing now, but yeah, my pleasure. It's great
Thank
to
you.
talk with you.